What's up everybody, Kyle here at Let's Talk Wax with a sleeper prospect video on the new 2024 Bowman draft release. Now the prices have finally settled a little bit on this release and I'm going to go with some sleepers right around the $15 to $5 range. I tried not to include any players that were above $15, so if you guys are looking to prospect on a budget, here are some guys that I like. I do want to mention for sure that these are not locks to become future MLB superstars. They are long shot sleepers that I like for the price right now. But before we get into this, I want to take you through my ranking system and then we'll jump into our top 10. Now, due to the lack of sample size with these players coming in the 2024 draft, I wasn't able to put a Juggernaut ranking on them. I do cut my Juggernaut rankings off at around 200 plate appearances, but I do have a Let's Talk Wax rank, as you can see here, with Elite through 7. And if you want to take a screenshot of these two ranking systems, I use them constantly throughout almost every video, and it's just good to have on hand if you guys want to help understand my rankings. But let's jump into the top 10. We'll start this off with number 10, Nick Mitchell, who was drafted in the 4th round out of Indiana University. He had a solid year last year, hitting .335 with 15 doubles. I couldn't find any solid video on him, but his NCAA numbers didn't excite me too much. He had a great start to his pro career, showing his ability to hit with a wooden bat. He hit 4 home runs in 100 professional plate appearances, but only hit 5 home runs in 260 plate appearances with a metal bat at Indiana University last year. He's definitely one of the longest shot sleepers on this list. Next, we've got Casey Saki, who was drafted in the 3rd round of the University of Virginia. He's a big kid standing at 6'3" with an above average hit and power tool. Based on his collegiate numbers, he looks to be a bit more hit over power. He struggled with a wooden bat across 2 summer leagues, hitting .185 in the Cape Cod Baseball League in 2023, but didn't show any struggles after getting shipped directly to high A post-draft. Over a small sample size, I don't like the swinging strike percentage and ground ball to fly ball rate, but that could change significantly over the course of a full season. He's a big arm in right field, which helps that profile as well. Next, we've got Nathan Flewelling. Flewelling was drafted in the 3rd round out of St. Joseph High School in Canada. I couldn't scrape together much on this guy as far as video goes. I saw 2 swings in a home run derby, and that was really it. He's probably the youngest high school draftee on this list, having celebrated his 18th birthday on November 11th. He's 6'2" and has a solid frame with some power. Without any video or pro ball data, this kid is definitely a wild card and a dart throw, but that's why I put him on the sleeper list. He could grow into some big power, but we really don't know because we have no sample size. Rodney Green was drafted in the 4th round out of the University of California in Berkeley. He's got a healthy speed-power combo, having hit 14 home runs and stolen 15 bags in his final collegiate season. There's some swing and miss issues here, as he posted a 28% K rate in college, which is really high for NCAA. He also held some below average K numbers in his pro debut, but still managed to create some offensive production. He's got hit contact risk, but also has some upside if he can make more contact at the pro level. Eddie Reiners was drafted in the 4th round out of Wisconsin Lutheran High School in Wisconsin. He's a big framed 6'2" left-handed bat built for more power than hit. He was drafted as a shortstop, but I've watched some video and there's a 99.9% chance he's going to shift over to third base or outfield at some point in his career. He's got easy pop from the left side, but we won't know what the offensive profile looks like with a wooden bat until 2025. I didn't want to leave pitchers off this list, so here's a quick look at some of the guys and their ranks and their current comps as far as pitchers go. There are definitely a lot of sleepers on this list and some names that aren't really sleepers, but their prices kind of make them sleepers due to the cheapness of their autographs. So if you want to take a screenshot of this, you can check it out. I've got more information on this whole checklist over on my Patreon page if you guys want to check that out as well. Now, in my last video, I talked to y'all about the new PSA Vault, which is a safe place to store cards in your collection. On any PSA submissions, you can choose to have your cards sent back directly to you or to the PSA Vault. You can also send cards from your personal collection to the PSA Vault, which is what I did with the cards you see in the next slide. I really like the Vault because at the click of a button, I have access to my entire collection instead of having to manage it myself. I enjoy inputting the price I acquired each card for and seeing how the value has gone up or down based on PSA's estimated value. These tools allow me to stay extremely organized and up to date all in one place. When a card rises in value, or I just feel like gutting some of my inventory, I have the option to sell on eBay directly from the PSA Vault via a 7-day auction or buy it now price. After any sale, PSA handles everything including packaging and shipping. The fees for this service are very competitive with eBay's preset structure and even cheaper on higher value cards. In the past, I'd list all of my collection on eBay as a way to keep inventory, but it was a bit burnt out on getting lowball offers on cards I really wasn't interested in selling at that time. With the PSA Vault, I could have the same access to my inventory, but choose when I want a card to go live or stay in the vault for a bit longer. I'm in love with how easy the PSA Vault is going to make maintaining my collection in a volatile Bowman market. Kicking off our top 5 is Gage Miller, who was drafted in the 3rd round out of the University of Alabama. He had a great year in the SEC in 2024, hitting .381 with 18 home runs while taking more walks than strikeouts. He got off to a hot start in low A and received a promotion to high A where he struggled over a larger sample size. He's got a pull-heavy swing with little movement. I'm not sure how much of an impact bat will develop here, but he's got a higher floor than some other players on this checklist. J.D. Dix was drafted in the 1st round, 35th overall out of Whitefish Bay High School in Wisconsin. He's a lanky 6'2" shortstop with plenty of room to grow into his frame. He's got a smooth swing from both sides of the plate. I personally like him from the left side a bit more and uses all sides of the field. A shoulder injury in 2024 has blurred his offensive and defensive ceiling, so I'll be watching him closely in 2025. I think his power development and where he ends up defensively will determine his ceiling in professional baseball. Carson DeMartini was drafted in the 4th round out of Virginia Tech University. I really like his left-handed swing in the video I watched. It doesn't rely on momentum and he gets the barrel out effortlessly. He was good for 21 jacks last year for the Hokies and profiles more of a power bat than contact. DeMartini's K rates were a bit excessive last year in college at 27%, but he didn't show any red flags as far as that goes in low A. I'd really like to see how his numbers play out in high A next season. He could be a big sleeper in this release, especially falling to the 4th round. Not much defensive upside here though. Caleb Bonham was another high schooler drafted in the 2nd round. He's got a strong 6'1" build, but after watching some video, I noticed a stiffer body that keeps him out of the premium athlete category. Defensively, he looks much more like a third base prospect than a shortstop. I think his bat will eventually become a power over hit profile based on his poolside approach and strength. Unfortunately, we didn't get any data in 2024 on how he'll handle a wooden bat at the pro level. Finally, there's Jared Thomas, who was drafted in the 2nd round out of the University of Texas. In his final season with the Longhorns, he hit .349 with 16 homers and 18 stolen bases, being caught stealing 0 times. He was a draft-eligible sophomore and entered pro ball almost a year younger than other 2024 NCAA draftees. He's got a smooth left-handed swing that generated much more power from 2023 to 2024. He's got sneaky athleticism as well and even spent some time in center field this year as a pro. Thomas is my favorite sleeper on this release, and it's going to be especially true if he can develop his hit, power, and speed tools in pro ball. He's one of my favorite NCAA players on this checklist also that fell to the 2nd round. That's going to wrap this video up. I appreciate the views and I appreciate the support of my Patreon level 3 subscribers. You guys rock. Don't forget to head over to PSA and check out their new vault system. I really love the setup and it's definitely something that I'm going to use right now and in the future. If you guys enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe and like, and y'all have a great day.